Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Hello, hello, hello. I want to take a look at Blubbo's tree replacers all-in-one. This is 2K. Now this was ported by Bracamaker79. It's about 127 megabytes. It has 2k1k trees. Anyway, good looking trees is the idea, right? So hopefully this works. Now it does not include the animation control that you need for this mod. You need that mod, and you need it below this mod. Let me show you. I have Blubbo's tree replacers, and then I also have the animation control mod. That's this mod. I will try to remember to link both mods underneath in the description of this video, okay? All right, so this is the animation control you need. If you don't have this, it's going to look like a hurricane is coming through. The trees are going to be crazy. But with that, everything looks good, at least from what I saw. I've only looked at this for just a couple of minutes. I actually thought it looked good. We're going to have to take a more in-depth look at it. A couple of minutes is not enough. But it gave me hope. I hope this mod is as good as my first impression of it was, because it looked good. Let's see, anything else? Who was the original modder? Oh, Blubbo. Duh. Blubbo DE was the original. Okay, sorry, I was being dense. Of course, Blubbo is the original modder, so ta-da. All right, let's hop into the game and let's just run around and look at trees. All right, so I have Faith here, and we're at Ivarstead. I wanted to bring us out here to look at the rift trees and look at the trees here in Ivarstead. I'm going to go first person. I think this will look so much better. I'm going to actually get rid of the HUD. Give me just a moment. Okay. Because I think these trees look really good. I like the way everything is just gently moving in the breeze. Now, my first impression of this was really good because I just thought the trees looked very, I don't know, very detailed, very good. And they're just, you know, moving as if there's a little breeze. Not too much. Now, mind you, we are using the animation control. Make sure you use that. So I think the trees look good. Now, you'll notice a couple of those leaves there. They looked almost like they were unattached to the tree, but now that I'm closer, you can see that there's a slight limb that goes to them. So let's just walk through here for a minute. Now, we may get a bear or something. You know what? we just won't worry about that here. Let's just take a look. I want to look at the trees. The trees look good. The bark looks pretty good. I thought we would try to get a look at everything we can. Now, it's early in the morning here, so no worries there. Looks pretty good. I'm going to keep to the path and just look around. I like the style of trees. Now, you know, you may or may not like this style of trees, but the way they made it look is good. I'm just walking through those stupid bushes. Don't worry about that. Oh. Well, they seem to... Oh, are these the vigilants? Yeah, they got it under control. We'll just leave them to it. So, alright. So, this is going to change the look of your forest down here in the rift. Definitely a big change. Not necessarily bad. It's going to be up to you to decide if you like this or not. I think it looks pretty good. Have I got something on me? No. Okay. Well, if something attacks me, we'll take care of it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's running away. No, here it is. There. Leave me alone. There. Pay no attention to that sword or this outfit. That's two different shows coming up. anyway, I think these trees look pretty good. I'm trying to decide if I feel any negative impact. Now, I'm recording on my Xbox while I'm playing, so sometimes I get a little slowdown, but it's due to my recording. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything going on here with these trees. I think everything's okay here. I'll ignore those wolves. Let's go back this way. So anyway, that's the rift, and I think they look good. So let's move on and try going somewhere else and see what we think. I'll see you there in a moment. Alright, so we're here in Falkreath. Okay, hold on. I'm using the God Ring, so I think it went automatically to just kill him. Okay, so there. Now we can get back to our show. I apologize for any inconvenience that this dragon may have caused you, but, you know, he's pretty much a vanilla dragon. Anyway, so we're here in Falkreath, like I said, and, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to walk out this way and look at the woods and see what we think of things. Definitely a different style than the vanilla. Interesting, not bad. The again, the bark is looking pretty good. Was there like, yeah, it looks like it has some vines on it here. That looks pretty good. All of it's moving a little bit. The animation control keeps it slowed down to a reasonable pace. That's my understanding. So if we just walk down here though and look at these trees. This is the forest around Falkreath. It looks good. Now, I'm not using any grass mod right now, so I'm just using Blubbo's trees. So a lot of this other stuff is just vanilla. I turned off a lot of other mods so that we could look at this without having a lot of trouble. You know, didn't want to be confused over what we were seeing. So we're seeing this tree mod. So this mod looks really good to me. It's interesting the way they do the trees. There's different trees, different sizes, different looks, different types of trees, which is nice for us. So now I think occasionally I feel a little bit of a slowdown, but I just want to caution you and remember that I am recording on my Xbox at the same time. And so it may not be anything that you will see. But yeah, sometimes I think I'm feeling a little slowdown. Nothing major though, nothing I can really point at and say, oh, there's a big problem. But you may notice it even if I don't, so I'm going to mention that. I usually feel it in my eyes a little bit. Like right here, I'm not feeling anything, but when we were walking down this way, I thought I felt a little slowdown. But it seems okay, so. But still, I want to mention it. And at this point, I wouldn't hold that against it. I would wait. You know, if you really like these trees, I would at least give it a whirl. But let's move on and look at some other things before we decide on that. Alright, as you know, we always have to come to Dragon Bridge because there's a lot of trees to check out here. There's also trees to see in the distance. It gives us an idea of how well the mod is made and working. You know, is our LOD good? It looks like it's pretty good. I have to give them credit. Overall, that looks pretty nice. Now, whether or not you like these trees is up to you, but I'm just saying, looks like they've done a good job on the mod.
What is it?
So, the snow trees are going to be something. I do want to see what they look like. Snow trees are a difficult thing. But these trees all look pretty good. Oh, and you've got big trees from below growing up here. That's cool. That's a good look in and of itself. Let's head up here and see the snow trees. I think that's the one thing we're really missing, is how do our snow trees look? Do they look reasonable? Everything else, all the other trees in this mod have looked pretty good. So these snow trees, I'm trying to decide what type of snow trees these are.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad? No?
How'd you end up here?
Okay. They're just talking. Anyway, I had to stop. I'm not used to seeing them stand around and talk. So the animation on these snow trees, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like they got a little wobble dance going on. So that's kind of funny. But I would say overall for snow trees, now the wobble dance is kind of weird, but other than that, they look pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get into the wobble dance. Now, of course, when you get up close, of course, you know, they're trees. They're not real trees, and they have, but overall, I would say these snow trees look good. I'm just not sure about the animation for them. Not sure they should be animated. Okay, that's the one thing I'm going to say, is I think so far the only thing I've seen with this mod is like, I'm not sure the snow trees should be animated. Now, that's just my thought. You do whatever you think is best for your game. Yeah, see, the one that's shimmying there, it just looks kind of odd, but then when they're standing still, I think they look pretty good. So it depends on what you like. I whirled a little fast there, sorry. But let's see, we went to the Rift. We've looked about everywhere. I'm trying to think if there's somewhere else we needed to look. It's been a while since I've done a tree show, and I used to go to these places, just kind of boom, boom, boom. But I think we're done. I think that's pretty good. It gives you an idea. It looks like the LOD for this is good. I would say the only thing that I find a little odd is just the snow tree shimmy is a little weird. Other than that, I think the snow trees themselves look okay. They're not the star of the show, but they're not bad. These other trees, though, look really nice. They are the star of the show. And they are, again, just very nice. So, if you like this, you should probably give it a whirl. And I know this has been a longer show than some of my others, but it takes a little time to get around and show you all the trees and the forests. And I think these look really good. It adds a nice touch. And then there in the Rift, I thought all those different trees also added a very nice touch. So, alright, let's take another look at the mod. Okay, so we've been looking at Blubbo's Tree Replacers, all-in-one 2K. It looks really good. It was ported by Bracamaker79, if I remember correctly. Originally by Blubbo. So the trees look good. The snow trees are the weakest part of the mod. They still look fine. The shimmy, the animation for them is kind of odd. Okay, so that's the only negative that I saw here. Alright. Everything else looks pretty good. If you like this style of trees, I just like seeing the variety, and I thought they were nice, but it's going to depend on you and what you like. Now, remember too that if you don't want your trees to look like you're going through a hurricane, you need to use the animation control mod, and it just needs to be below this mod. I put it all the way down in my animation area because that's how I do. Whoops, went too far. And here it is. It's this. Blubbo's animation control for trees. You need this to work with that mod. Okay? So don't forget this. It's 2 mods. And I know this is small, and maybe they could have put it in with the other mod. But maybe not. Maybe it's better off being its own separate little thing. So just remember that. So it's 2 mods. But the Blubbo's main mod up here, yeah, it's like 120. It's basically 127 megabytes, okay? It's a little big for a tree mod, but I've seen bigger, so it's not awfully big. But, you know, it's got a good size to it. But it gives you some great variety and some nice appearances. Something to consider, okay? Alright. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who donate to the channel, who support the channel. They put their money where their mouth is, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you to these folks, and thank you to everyone for watching and supporting the channel. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Alright everyone, thank you very much.